Hello everyone, welcome to Adda247. My name is Niharika Bhatnagar and I am with you with the era of JIIB. And today we are going to cover the last chapter, the last leg of Module T. That is budgetary control. That's one of the easiest yet one of the most varied conceptual topic to take. Budget is definitely different from that of planning, everyone. I hope you know that. Why? Why do we call budget is different from that of planning? Under budget, see, planning is basically this is what we'll be doing in our future, this is what we plan for the future, this is what we are anticipating in our future. That's what we say. Budget is basically pata hai, if this is our plan for the future na, then I believe this much amount of money would be required, or we will be talking about the anticipated money for the future would be this. So the difference between planning and budgetary control is conclusive monetary value. It has nothing but conclusive monetary value. Writing it over here, everyone. This is what? Monetary value. That's budget. And what do you mean by budgetary control? Acha, everyone, if I find out that in a normal case I spend 10,000, can I try something it can reduce further? I can do that, na? Isn't it? If I don't do that, what will happen? See, the point is that if we are not having budget na, then it is wrong. We need to have a proper budget and we need to control the budget as well. That means we need to have a good budgetary control. Budgetary control means what? Budgetary control is a situation where we have a specific budget and we are trying to control the expenses for the future as well, because if we do not keep a control on our future expenses, it will go beyond the level and it will impact the organization. Because if we do not try to reduce the particular budget pricing na, then the organization will never be able to earn future profits. To earn profits, we definitely need to do something about it, right? So here comes the first point. What is the primary purpose of budgetary control in the organization? To forecast future events, to assess the performance of the organization against the budget targets, to determine market trends, or to analyze historical data. Achha, when we talk about budgetary control na, see, in this case, does budgetary control or any part of the costing says ki theek hai na, let's reduce the particular cost by reducing the particular price of the thing? Can we do this? Can we? Nah, we cannot do this. Because if we play with the quality, why would people buy the same good again? People would buy the same good because it remains the same. For example, if I like Levi's jeans, I would love the particular jeans in future as well. The reason is they make good pair of jeans. The jeans is very rugged and very soft, I believe. But it is made in such a way that whatever way you keep it, it's still going to be the same. That means that's a reliable thing to wear, you know. Then what is the primary purpose of budgetary control? To forecast future events accurately, to assess the performance of the organization against budgeted targets, to determine market trends, or to analyze the historical data. The primary purpose of the budgetary control, you cannot anticipate the future accurately. I think people would have tried it in 2020 and they failed terribly as soon as the lockdown happened on 18th of March. So, yep, you cannot forecast the future. To assess the performance of the organization against the budgeted targets, you have to see your performance and you want to see what's going to happen in the future, isn't it? The clarity of the working is definitely required in this case. Now, the next point is to determine the market trends. Where actually the answer is already taken. Market trends is something you cannot determine. If we could determine, then I would have been the trendsetter. Anybody can be the trendsetter. But the point is, the market is determined by a lot of people going for one particular thing. Right? So in this case, the correct answer is to assess the performance. As I told you, that is the point. Hanji. What distinguishes a budget from the forecast? Hanji, what distinguishes the budget from the forecast? Forecast is anticipating the future. That पता है, this can happen in the future. है ना? And forecast is prepared after the budget period, while the budget is prepared prior to the budget period. The forecast contains definite targets, while budget implies some degree of flexibility. Forecast is a financial plan, while budget is an assessment of future events. Forecast is an estimate of future operations, or the budget is operating and financial plan. When we talk about this entire thing of management, na, see, first of all, we want to know what's going to happen in the future, and then we will determine the particular things in a proper manner. Hai na? So, when we talk about budget, budget is conclusive plan. 10,000 rupees anticipated, 20,000 rupees anticipated, 30 anticipated, clearly telling about that. Hai na? So, in this case, the forecast is a future operation. Ki theek hai na, this is what will happen in the future, while budget is being conclusive. This is our plan. This is what will happen, operating as well as financial. Acha, what does the budgeting encompass? Matlab, what does the budgeting actually include, everyone? The budgeting includes only the process of estimating future cost, only the process of estimating budgets for future various departments, or the to complete the complete process of designing, implementing and operating budgets, or the only process of comparing actual performance with the forecasted performance. The correct answer is to complete the process of designing, implementing and operating budgets. Basically, if you want to have a project, then you will have to see that what is it that you want for it. Okay. How does budgeting contribute to managerial control? Budgeting plays a very important role by allowing flexibility in operations, then by providing the systematic plan for resource utilization, by comparing actual with the performance, or by forecasting future events accurately. You just can't have your future determined accurately. It will take time in any case. So the answer should be you compare the actual. Okay? You compare your actual performance with the targeted performance. This will help you out in terms of your reality check. Actual performance with the budgeted targets. By comparing the actual with the budget, matlab you see what you planned and how did you execute it. Execution. Next point. What type of budget serves as the basis of preparing other functional budgets? Production budget, cash budget, sales budget and capital expenditure budget. The budget basically serves as a part of production budget, matlab nahi, basis for all other budgets na. So that is the answer is sales budget. First of all, you prepare the sales budget. ठीक है ना, we anticipate this much amount of sales this year. Based upon this should be our production, whatever we already have and whatever we don't have. Based upon the production that we need, do we need another plant or not? And based upon all these things, what is the cash that is required in this case? So the answer is sales budget is the first and everything else comes after. Cash budget is prepared at the end. ठीक है? Acha everyone, good news, our sale is going on. If you haven't taken up the courses yet, then hurry up and enroll in our courses. Before I actually proceed further, let me show you what you might be missing if you do not purchase our courses right away. Okay, so at this point of time, I hope you know the courses are available at a discount, and there it is. This is our website. Go onto the website. As you can see, all the Mahapacks are having double validity. If I buy JIB, CIB, Mahapack, obviously you are not only preparing for JIB. Your growth doesn't stop with JIB. It goes further till CIB. You know? So what you need to do is click on the area of buy now. Use the code Y541 and apply it. You will get a double validity and 11,000 23 rupees. Matlab this would be actually 10,500 after 80% discount if you are using the app. For 10,500 for 2 years. That means you are not even paying 500 something per month, and you are getting the entire JIB and entire CIB. In the next 2 years, you can look at any courses of JIB, any courses of CIB, all the electives of the CIB also included, all the subjects of JIB included, all the it is available in 2 languages, bilingual as well as English medium, test series, ebooks, marathon, mini marathon, all things included. So if you want to purchase it, this is available for double validity, a win-win situation. Such a particular opportunity comes very rarely, so if you should prepare for the examination now, then buy it for the maximum discount. Okay na? Because this is the perfect time. If you're looking forward towards finance, then why not the perfect price? So in this case, let's pursue further and talk about the questions further. Okay, this was the question. What is the main focus of production budget? Estimating cash flow and outflows, determining the plan for capital expenditure, estimating production quantities for various products, or calculating production costs. The correct answer in this case would be what? What is the main focus of production budget? Main focus of production budget is to find out what quantities should be produced and when should we start with production, because without starting the production, where will we go na? That is not good for the organization at all, isn't it? Next question, what is the purpose of cash budget? Every budget has a very important role to play. Every single budget. Okay, so that means there are certain forms of budget which would to estimate the production quantities, to estimate sales revenues, to plan cash inflows or cash outflows, or to calculate the production cost. See, cash budget is always about to look forward towards what is the amount that would be spent in the future, what is the amount that we'll be recovering in the future, because you want to know how much money you should keep in the pocket, because ultimately you don't want to go blank in the world na, कि someone asks you to pay and you don't have the money, isn't it? This is not good for any organization. It is rather bad for the organization if they are supposed to pay to someone and they do not have enough money to pay at that point of time, isn't it? Done? Okay. What would be the answer? Everybody, what's going to be the answer? Okay, done with this. What is a consolidated budget for all the activities called? Consolidated budget. Consolidated means the one which is combined together. है ना? So consolidated means if it's just a functional budget, sales budget, master budget, or production cost. You start with the sales budget. Then you come to know about the production budget. Then you prepare it for various functions, because production is not the only area. You have multiple areas to work upon. And after making the entire budget, matlab everything coming together, is called master budget. This includes everything. All the points together is covered under master budget. That's why it's called consolidated budget. What is the primary characteristic of a long-term budget? It is prepared for a period of up to 2 years. Then it includes the precise details of various items. It is more helpful in business forecasting and forward planning. It is designed to change as the volume of the output changes. Yep, it has various aids. It is more helpful in forecasting and future planning. See, forward planning and all this can be done only with the clarity that we possess in the business. Without this, your business cannot grow. You know, that's one particular point through which the business grows. Done. What is the difference between budget, budgeting, budgetary control according to Rowland and William? Okay, before I go with the Rowland and William, there is one particular point. Budget is the anticipated money that we'll receive in the future. Budgeting is the process, while budgetary control is, I know this much amount would be spent, but how do we reduce it? We cannot we cannot be spending a lot of money in one or the other thing for the business. Na? We should be having a specific way through which we can reduce the utilization of the money, isn't it? Budgets are individual objectives. Budgeting is the act of building budgets, and budgetary control is planning, utilizing them for the business control. I think the first one should be the answer. At least that looks like right now. Budgetary control focuses on planning the budget. Budgeting involves utilizing the budget for overall management tools. Vague one. The budgeting encompasses establishing budget, while budgetary control involves comparing actual with budgetary results. And budgets are rigid systems and they provide flexibility. The correct answer in this case is A. That was the only thing that made sense. Rest everything was vague. है ना? Done. What does budgetary control aim? Budgetary control aims to provide functionaries with the organization, creative and creativity and innovation, freedom of action, direction, and aim towards the business objectives and complacency and inaction. Budgetary control aims at what? See, we are trying to control the organization's budget, है ना? मतलब actually we are trying to reduce the particular expenses that we have to incur. The answer should be the directions and aims towards the organizational objectives, है ना? That should be the answer. Acha, how does budgetary control? This is an interesting question again. This says that how does budgetary control differ from the budgeting process, everyone? How is budgetary control different? Budgetary control is indeed different from budget, but how are they different? Budgetary control involves preparing of the budgets, while budgeting involves the actual results with the budgeted figures. Budgetary control involves establishing budgets and taking corrective action, while budgeting involves continuous application of the actual results. Budgetary control focuses on setting targets. Budgeting focuses on monitoring the actual performance, or budgetary control is a rigid system. Budgeting is the more flexible. Budgetary control is you see a control and you want to make the control work, है ना? Every business would want that. That this is possible, isn't it? So, what would be the answer? Budgetary control is the process of controlling or at least trying to reducing it, while when we talk about budgetary control, it's establishing and taking corrective action. Budgeting is the process. Done? As per SEMA, London, what does the budgetary control involve? Only preparing and approving budgets, only comparing actual attainment with budgeted figures, and establishing budgets, comparing actual with budgeted the results, and only taking corrective actions, only revising the actual budgets if necessary. The answer is establishing budgets, comparing actions, actual and budgetary targets, as well as taking corrective action. Without taking corrective action, we cannot grow. Done? That's it for the day, everyone. I hope this session was helpful. If it was, then please go ahead and like it and share this particular session among your peers as well. And before I end my session, just showing you again where to go if you're planning for JIB or CIB. Then the sale is going on. Go on to our website, purchase the Mahapack, and purchase it for minimum amount of 10,500. And what you can do is you can use the code Y541 to get 79% plus 1% discount if you're downloading the app. So best is download the app and utilize it for this purpose, right? So that's it for the day, everyone. We'll be meeting in the next class on Monday. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.